Alright, so here's a quick and dirty video of cutting lenses using a pattern maker and a lens cutter. First you use the pattern maker and you put your donor lens, or rather your original lens, in the cutter, and then you put a blank in the other end of the cutter and use the pattern maker to make a pattern. In this case it's a Juliet, I think it's a right lens. Nothing fancy really. Just spins on a, I don't know, a spindle for lack of a better term. Rotisserie, I guess, would be a good word. And you make your pattern from that. And you've got the outside of it, and what you wind up with is a pattern like that. You take that pattern and you put it in the lens cutter, and I've already got it set up. I've got an old XX off-market, off-brand. I think it's a line gear, maybe. But going from an XX to a Juliet, you have to be really careful with your alignment, because the width of the Juliet is exactly the same width the XX, and you're really just taking meat off the top and the bottom. So you've got to align it properly, as well as you've got to get it really tight over here. Any movement that you've got, any flex when that bit bites, and you wind up with something like the blue one there, or something like the gold one there, where it just bit and it flexed it in the suction cup mount and just really took a big bite out of it. So tightness is absolutely key. And also, to prevent that from happening, I found it's beneficial, sorry guys, I found it's beneficial to support the whole carriage while it's cutting, to prevent it from biting too much at one time and biting too deep. This cutter's also got an adjustment on the side of it that lets you raise and lower this post, which increases or decreases the size of the cut. But I've already aligned this, and we're going to go ahead and cut this real fast. Again, I don't want it to take too much at one time, because it'll bite and it'll cause the lens to flex in the mount. So the first couple rotations I'll support it so that it won't bite too hard. Couple more rotations should have it. Sorry, videography is not my strong suit. Just about done cutting this though. Now, if you made your cut and you discovered that you've made the lens too big, which would be a fortunate thing, if you notice that you made it too big, there's an adjustment here on the side, and I've got this all the way as wide open or as big as it'll go, but there's an adjustment on the side. You can rotate that knob counterclockwise and it decreases the size of the target lens, or increases it as you go positive. So I've got this first cut set as large as I can get it, because just like a haircut, you can always go shorter, but you can't put it back on. So it looks like we're about done over here. We'll let it make one or two more passes. And of course, beveling that lens would be an extra step. What you wind up with is a flat surface all the way around the outside of the lens, so beveling would be something you would have to do by hand or buy a beveling wheel to go along with that. But it looks like we're about done there. So we'll pop it off and we'll see what we got. And that's what we wound up with. I'll do a size comparison in a few, but that's where we've gotten to, and that's really it in a nutshell. Cutting lenses with a pattern maker and a lens cutter.